Hello, James here. Well, I've been watching YouTube for a while, just being an audience. I'm just like most people, making my observation, watching, enjoying. Sometimes I look at other content creators' videos, and then I come in with my own opinion. The ladies was on this Fresh and Fit video, and it's a big thing going around that they got demonetized. Well, I'm not surprised. I'm for freedom of speech. And certain things is entertainment. I understand that, but there's some stuff you gotta understand that you have to know when you cross the line. And I'm gonna show you a couple of their videos. But what happened? There's a couple of content creators made some good points out of all the things. I heard people say, various things that yeah, there's other people may say something that among people that look like myself, my community says some things, but not to the degree that these two have went to. So I'm going to play this video, and I'll be right back with my commentary. Another comment.
How TikTok is convincing teens they're trans and mentally ill. Like, I think that it was the title, and I made mine to that plus popular.
This guy said this a while back.
My point is, if I get banned for that, how the fuck is this acceptable on the platform? It doesn't matter if it's on the platform. How is this acceptable for a very... So, I mean, hey, listen, I should be thankful. I mean, this is my job, is to watch 9-minute videos and expand them to 30 or 40 minutes. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about this one, and we're good. Let's do it.
I didn't realize that when Fresh and Fit put out that live stream that said they were gonna nuke our channel, and they just ended up nuking their own. I don't know why Myron did this. But he decided to go on Sneako's live stream on Rumble.
You have to wear that too.
Might as well.
How am I gonna break this down if I'm not?
Sorry about that. Damn it. I was trying to. Sorry about that. Oh boy.
Myron did this. But he decided to go on Sneako's live stream on Rumble.
You have to wear that too.
Might as well.
How am I gonna break this down if I'm not my proper attire race? Bro.
This is how they decided to, okay, incredible stuff. How am I gonna be racist, bro? That video was really bad. John Zerka was horrible. They were enabling this guy. I don't know why I did this to you. They were enabling that guy to say horrible, like, incredibly racist stuff. Like, he exposed himself really bad. You'll have to watch that video when it's released first. But it's really bad. They perpetuated tons of stereotypes, tons of just active racism. It's pretty rough.
Okay, moving on. Fucking chick. You see out of that? You fucking Sandick. But it's okay. White's
incredible stuff.
This is Sandick. Shut up. You're a fuck, bro. You're the worst. You eat dogs and you kill people as a black guy.
Okay.
Yeah, true. That's right. Well, that's right. This nigga right here is funny. It's funny, this nigga.
I don't condone this N-word.
Oh, shut up, you Albanian. Keep running the clip, you chink.
Okay.
No, keep running the clip. Who's that weird that can't speak? Who's that? He black as hell. My team out. Let's keep going.
Why is this funny? I don't get it. Like, I enjoy like a casual, like a little bit of an edgy joke, but why is this funny? Like, what am I missing here? Okay.
Holy shit, what's this guy here with the red? What the fuck is going on? What incarnation fucking pussy shit is that? I know that reason.
Not respect to minorities.
What the fuck? Stop! What? I want to get another one.
I guess Preach wasn't here for this one.
There right now. Punching air properly, swinging around eating some bananas. Fucking stupid. Preach is crying right now, swinging from a monkey ranch. Eating a banana, playing some Donkey Kong on a N64 because he's a stupid prick. He's a window licking stupid nigga. What? What? Hey! Oh, I like that.
What do I even say to this? This is ridiculous. Like, why have this reaction? Like, like he was being racist. This John Zerka guy mentioned the warrior gene in black people while he was talking about ABBA, and they laughed at it. The warrior gene is like the stereotypical gene that's supposed to that it means that you are more aggressive. That's the stereotype. That's the white supremacist talking point. And they say black people have the warrior gene to try to make it seem like they're really aggressive people. And even though, let's be honest, I feel like, you know, as a distinguished white gentleman myself, we did a lot of wars. I don't know, maybe we have a warrior gene. Nobody's more or less aggressive than each other. Except for Italians, when you put too much sugar in the sauce, then you get aggressive, but I understand it. So, okay, let's continue.
I like that. You got these niggas running like it's an employment line. What the What? Don't do that. We'll find you.
I like how Sneako's pretending to be like, oh my god, this is crazy, but like, you're facilitating this.
Fucking stinky looking piece of shit. You go fucking back right here. I don't like you already.
I don't know how you guys did it, but you guys made a emergency response at 86th Street by like a long mile.
Bro, what I find incredible is that like, this is really, like, they don't even have to do too much reacting because they just keep incriminating themselves more and more. Why is this funny to them? I wonder what their audience thinks of this. Like, I can't imagine that they would like I can't imagine Fresh and Fit's own audience were like, oh my god, this is so funny. This is crazy. This is wild. You're doing such a good job. Okay.
Compare that Marin dude to them fucking Jews, you motherfucker.
Why is it too much for you, Sneako? You said that Hitler was a nice guy. Like, what? That's on the fucking nose for what you think is acceptable.
Is this a character?
This is not
I was born in
representative.
this way.
Talk about your youth.
No, I don't think they do. So
It is representative of you, Sneako, because you're letting it happen. You're not holding your friend accountable. Right? So you're co-signing all this.
Damn right there, high value man. They save more lives than your monkey asses had.
Our stay at Grand Geneva Resort and Spa was a breath of fresh air. It was a chance to explore.
Damn right there, high value man. They save more lives than your monkey asses had. What the fuck you niggas doing? Y'all sitting there in that tight ass real. I'm sitting next to a fucking monkey with transport for a decade. You niggas do never see you. Same shitty fucking camera for a damn decade. Same shitty road mic right there. It looks like a penis forever. You guys have not proved nothing, and you fucking there millionaires. Now invest back in business. Get called out by fucking KKK member at Tennessee. You motherfuckers are losers. I'm roasting y'all right now. Continue on, chick.
yes.
Okay.
Pause. That nigga sound like he got a 39 IQ. Holy shit. I don't know how this.
You know, not for nothing. Like, I don't care, but like, I'm pretty sure it's within YouTube's guidelines to ban somebody for behavior that they enact off of the platform.
Strike number 2.
I'm not saying he should be banned, but like, this is insane. Like, this is, I mean, this is wild. I'm pretty sure that something like this, like your representation off of this platform, can have a negative impact on you there. And like, he should get something, to be absolutely honest with you. I mean, this is insane. This isn't appropriate. This isn't acceptable. This isn't funny. This isn't interesting. This is childish behavior. Like, this is stupid. This is like low IQ loser shit. He should get some kind of a strike for this. Like, he should get something for it. Like, you know, considering how, you know, I made a silly joke I made it a short, YouTube short, but I made like a silly joke where, you know, some woman like falsely accused these other people of trying to kidnap their kids, and I was like, well, you know, I alluded to their kids maybe not necessarily being desired to kidnap, and I get a ban for that. I get a copyright check or whatever. I get a hit for that. This guy's going on screaming the N-word to people. He should be held accountable on his platform. This should be a hit for him. So, like, why the expectations on everybody else are massively high? You know, like I did a reaction to a video from Blair White where I don't think she was being transphobic, but like she had like they hit me with transphobia because of something she said in her video. I didn't. It wasn't me. I was disagreeing with her. So like for hate speech. But this guy's screaming the N-word. Just why is this? It doesn't matter if it's on a different
It's
platform.
come
This
from
should be
a
acceptable.
white content
Why is it
creator.
that so, like every other creator is held to such massively high standards, except for Fresh and Fit, who routinely just berate the fuck out of women and use slurs constantly? But in this case, he's just like, what is this? Like, this is crazy. This is insane.
Strike number 3.
Like, YouTube should do something about it. They should give him a week ban. They should give him a little spank on the tushy. You're gonna hold everyone else to higher fucking standards than people with millions of followers and views per video. It's like, Jesus Christ. Like, they should do something about this. It's unfair to the rest of the creators who like have to be like super police on every little thing that they say and do. For somebody to be, it doesn't matter if it's on a different platform. It's just fucking wild. It's frustrating. It's frustrating to get like a weak ban over some like slightly edgy comment, and then to watch somebody like scream the N-word at people.
This guy preaches, take it seriously. Like, this nigga is fucking stupid. Say, I made it. Say something about, shut the fuck up, you fucking. You stupid nigga. Not showing the women that y'all are with not one time. Last time I checked, that Myra nigga got like 3 or 4 girlfriends.
Oh yeah, look, they changed everything to be more racist. Look at they used their profile to reflect this as well. They've got they're calling, like, you can obviously see that they changed their profile picture to preach being compared to Donkey Kong. That's so funny, guys. I'm fucking literally shitting and farting all over myself. They have Fresh and Fit clips, I guess, is comparing ABBA to,
would it be fair to say that it's
the lemur from whatever, from I guess that's racist. I mean, I can't imagine any other intention. They have their Fed Reacts. I don't know if this is new, but it looks like it's just it looks, I mean, I don't know if this one is linked to it, but what's happening here?
That's how you use
wild.
freedom of speech.
This is incredible stuff. This is just fucking ridiculous.
Right? And they're friends with each
Or
other.
they would hurt our fan base. But if you're secure in who you are,
Now your fan base is a bunch of low IQ feminists that can't take it when you get fit. What does he do? He actually gets fresh and
Wine Shop Motor Trend certified vehicles
Talk
of
about
record.
a black man like
They've all
that.
been inspected by certified technicians, upgraded with new parts.
fit. What does he do? He actually gets fresh and most importantly, fit. That fresh print nigga helping everybody get in goddamn shape.
This guy is totally unhinged.
What do you mean? What do you mean I'm
You
unhinged?
told me that word. Watch.
You are a nigga. Okay, yeah, we do like 10 cents cross burnings. And here's the thing, I'm gonna continue to roast them. They're gonna sit there and say, okay, let's fucking go. 10 toes down, I will roast you motherfuckers until the end. You fucking almost got nothing else.
Yeah, I think I caught a little. That was a little hardcore. This is a little hardcore even for me.
I'm glad you didn't.
Oh look, just Pearly Things is confirmed racist. Inserting herself with other people. What else? Well, I mean, look. What? I mean,
This
at this
guy
point,
was
literally,
banned
we have
from
1, 2,
all
3, 4,
YouTube.
5 actual racists here, calling each other slurs. I mean, Nick thinks black people are just genetically inferior. These 3 on the bottom are pushing like fucking. You get John Circa talking about fucking the warrior gene of black people. I mean, Sneako's co-signing everything that Myron just did. This is insane. And Pearl's just there, just smiling, look ugly. Like, this is fucking wild.
Didn't show up in a white hood, Nick. That would have optics, you know.
I was gonna do the MAGA hat, but it wouldn't go as hard as the white hood. So
Nick, your followers are going to Myron now. You got competition.
that's true. Both of you guys are. It's like I'm being outdone. I thought I went pretty hard in November, and
No,
then, like,
Myron leading the dissident right now.
yeah, it's a couple of the Albanian and a black guy gonna out.
Goes to show how things have changed. 'Cause I remember when Dave Chappelle did the Clayton Bixby shit back in the day, it was fucking hilarious. But nowadays you do that shit, they're like, oh my god, just go.
This is a totally different situation. Dave Chappelle doing Clayton Higsby is more of like a silly scenario where he himself
Right.
acts like a black racist
Right.
towards black people, and
Right.
he's blind. So that's where the humor is. It's not attacking black people in any capacity. It literally, there is no one can watch that and go, oh, this justifies any form of racism. You're literally constantly just throwing slurs at black people and comparing them to monkeys. This is
Right.
fucking crazy.
Right.
It's not the same. The fact that you think that is on par with your mental capacity because you're a fucking moron. Jesus.
Goes to show how pussified we become. I'm looking at that Donkey Kong photo, I can conclude that he's also a monkey.
Okay. All right.
Like, bro, I'm ready to end them. You want to go here and say, you're Myron, cool. The fucking Arab guy.
You probably are a rapist, right? Like, you tell women that were sexually assaulted that they should have picked better men. And so then you are in some girl's DMs saying that she'll come on the show if she'll fuck you. I mean, you're a disgusting piece of shit loser. Like, you're not a man, you're a boy, you're a child. person. Right? I wouldn't insult boys by comparing them to you. You're a little bitch. This is childish behavior, and like you're embarrassing yourself. And it's funny that you think that this is some kind of like a massive own, but okay.
That's also black. That literally, like, I hit so many different check marks with the KKK. Y'all wanna call me? Cool, you fucking.
If you're wondering who the white dude in the top left is, that's a white supremacist. Nick Fuentes was a leader of a far-right movement. And just pearly face. That was just pearly face orange. Does look good on you. I'm glad you took Brittany's advice.
Well, you know what they say, orange is the new black. And I guess she thinks that she's black or something. I don't know. That's the joke. I had a quarter of a second to think about that.
I do think it's funny that the only time you decide to groom yourself is for a clan meeting. But hey, if that's the kind of high-value man you want to attract, go girlfriend.
Now, let's fucking hey guys, when we speak, everyone raise your hand. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. No. So we take turns. No.
Headache, I can't do it.
Oh my god, Pearl didn't do the racist hand signal. She must not be racist. Okay, there's her proof that she's not racist, guys. She didn't do the white supremacist salute when other white supremacists were around, guys. Oh, it's crazy. I like the slur counter at the top, by the way.
What the fuck?
I heard that some of y'all were raising this.
You know, do you think that Ethan is going to talk about this situation? Or do you think he's going to stay away from it since it's Ab and Preach and Fresh and Fit going at each other? Even though this is right up his alley for content that he would normally talk about when it comes to Myron. I truly wonder.
So I decided to come back.
Let's go. Poor Nico. Pearl rolls out. Oh, come on.
No!
We're done. Let's go.
If he doesn't talk about it, I'm thinking that maybe there's no way you don't talk about this. This is insane. There's no way he doesn't talk about this, or else I think if anything that just shows me that he's a little penis head. I don't know. Okay.
Let's go. We're down for whatever.
Let's do it.
Do you realize how dumb everyone has to be? That when you're in a room full of people, that somehow just Pearly Thing seems to be the smartest person. You see her sliding off screen like, what the fuck am I associating myself with?
She should have just left the conversation, but she's a loser.
You don't know how dumb you have to be to make Pearl sound smart. I mean, hey, listen, if you want to throw away your YouTube channel in the dumbest way possible, cool. You just cost yourself and your staff millions of dollars over one of the dumbest things I've ever seen possible. And also just notice, all of this rolls off Myra's tongue so easily. This is not the first.
It's the Discover Summer Sales Bid at John Hendrick Ford. Lease a 2023 Ford Escape Active for only $399 a month for 36 months. Come see us today at Washington Courthouse or online at HendrickFord.net. John Hendrick Ford, we love what moves you.
Rising demand, growing complexity, and evolving workforce.
Myra's tongue so easily. This is not the first time he's talked about this, about black people like this. It's not surprising to me. Honestly, when he started speaking about black women in the past, I'd always suspected he had negative emotions or feelings about black people.
What about the black dating app called Black?
It's funny I never used that one, bro, but hey, man.
I mean, hey, bro, if you want to date a bunch of Shaniquas, go for it, man.
Look, we should.
Yeah, like, me and Fresh aren't really down with the...
This is like, listen, I've heard black women say somewhat, like, every so often, that there's an issue with, like, black men being disrespectful to black women in a way that they feel is different from... very, very disproportionate, you know, and like it's guys like these are the people. There's not guys, they're just fucking losers that like say this shit, that like do this shit, that just like berate people, like disgusting human beings, bro. I mean, I don't know, it's fucking wild. It's just crazy. Like there's no baseline level of respect with these individuals. They're fucking losers. It's crazy. It's really crazy because I still every once in a while get a comment that's like, "No, Fresh and Fit help people." No, they don't. Saying that you should go to the gym, that's nice that that's motivating to you, but this is just self-destructive loser mentality. They have no emotional regulation or control. They're routinely disrespecting women. They're rape apologists that blame women for getting sexually assaulted. They're not helpful. Going to the gym, but then also talking about how women are less than, which is what they do, that's not worth anything. That's like if Hitler liked to plant flowers, and you're like, he's a really good guy because he liked fucking flowers. It's like, wow, like that's what you're saying here. I understand they're not Hitler, but like they're insanely shit. That's what's happening here. So,
around like that, we ain't Night Riders.
No,
so
I'm good.
You know, sometimes if they're, you know, red bone, but like in general, me and Fresh don't dabble in the dark. If you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
Okay.
And this just reinforces. It's just like
that's one of the things. Like, it's okay to have a preference, but for you to not want to date black women because you think that they're a bunch of quote unquote Shaniquas, like that's I mean, it's got to be some form of prejudice. I know they're black, but that's got to be some form of racist. There's preferences, and then there's actually, I don't. It's not like they just don't like black women as people. They don't think that they're people, so they don't want to date them. That's different from me. Like, I have a preference. That's different, you know.
I'm not even upset.
Hey, ladies, I don't have a preference. If you know what I'm saying. I do. It's my wife. That's the only person I ever see. Actually, when there's women on the screen, I can't even see them. It's actually fucking insane. It's wild.
Oh yeah. At first, it starts with making talk shit about black women specifically, and constantly putting them down. And sometimes there's valid criticism about black culture.
Is there a reason why preachers are there? And it looks like this specifically was a very quick, like, let me get this out there because this needs to be seen kind of a thing. Because they have a video from 3 hours ago with both of them in there, which seems to not be doing well, specifically because they posted this other video and then they posted this an hour later. It seemed like Abba was like, I gotta get on this. Because, Abba was alluding to it. They need to get some kind of a punishment for that. Like, this is insane. Like, it's not even from the perspective of, like, those words are terrible. It's from the perspective of, like, everyone's held to a higher fucking standard. I got me with, like, this channel has, like, 25,000 followers, and I'm getting hit with a fucking ban for transphobia because I react to a Blair White video. And they're sitting here fucking screaming the N-word. It doesn't matter if it's on the same platform. It doesn't matter if it's on a different platform. Like, that's a representation of YouTube and the brand of YouTube. Like, they should do something about that. It's crazy that we're held to, like, fucking 10 times higher standards and fresh and fit. It's insane. And that's what's being presented here is that, like, it's like fucking rules for me and not for thee, right? It's frustrating. It's frustrating to, like, get hit with that shit. It's frustrating when I try to make a video that's, like, thoughtful and I get hit with a fucking ban for it. It's like, okay, like, shit, but they're actively being racist. It's not like they're just like they maybe misspoke. Like, I didn't say anything that was supposed to be invalidating trans people, and I got hit. Okay. I think it was the title, because Blair named it, like, social media is making people trans or giving them mental disorders. It was, like, a wild title. And I made the title the same thing, but, like, plus Papa Guy Raps, right? And they punished me for that. And I'm not, like, sitting here trying to say, like, Blair should get banned or anything. That's not the point that I'm making. Frankly, they should just, they should take the strike away from me, you fucking smelly little dingle toads. How TikTok is convincing teens they're trans.
I'm going to leave it at that, but this is what happened with this situation. It's another thing that they did. O'Shea D. Jackson pointed this out.
Look, Mom. Wow. Wish I bought Dixie. These weak store brand plates turn hard.
Oh, that's good, everybody. Yeah, it's your boy, O'Shea D. Jackson. At it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Junk. As you guys know, I was involved in the community of the Black Manosphere, and I enjoyed myself very much. I met a lot of great friends there that I still have to this day. I met a lot of brothers in the pro-black community, a lot of people in greater Black YouTube, because the Black Manosphere is a part of Black YouTube, so all of those sectors interacted as Black men, right? And so the Black Manosphere is more of a culturally diverse community that really focuses on the Black male experience. Now, what I have noticed is that you also have Black creators who are in what is known as the Greater Manosphere. That would include guys like Coach Greg Adams, or guys like Fresh and Fit, or Donovan Sharp. Now, the Greater Manosphere community is mostly non-Black, but it focuses on majorly an American male's experience only. That's the difference. The second difference I can say that I noticed about the Black Manosphere, it is much more accountable to Black male failures. So as much as it may talk about the problems that Black women have, and I'm not saying there's equality or parity amongst the subject, but you will definitely hear, hey, you Black men are terrible, you Black men are not, being serious here. And listen, Kevin Samuels was like that for years, and I also talk about those things too. Ali talks about those things. So there is some ownership of Black male dysfunction that we talk about on behalf of Black men in the Black Manosphere community when I was there. However, I do want to say I notice a little bit of a hypocrisy in what I would call the greater manosphere, which is that these guys tend to, and it's not everybody, but these guys tend to hold women accountable to a T, right? But whenever there is somewhat of an issue, and I'm being fair here, somewhat of an issue that they have caused for themselves, they will never address it. It's never their fault. Okay? No matter how much they have destroyed their own bag or whatever. And I noticed that was a issue I kept seeing with white manosphere guys, including those who are black. And in this case, I'm seeing this with Myron. Now, he's a guy. These are guys that they hold for
I don't know why is it breaking up, man. Hold on, let me. Something going on with my tablet here. Yeah, you know, you see what I'm saying? They hurt their own self, and the biggest platform that they had, they could have made it a lot better, but they turned around and they made it trash. It's trashy. Damn. I don't know what's going on with this. I got one of them legal.
Millions of dollars on it. Holding women accountable. They have done.
Oh, come on.
Modern women things. Women do this. Women do that. But now that they got demonetized, they're putting the blame on everybody else. Now listen, they're also about to get evicted from their current apartment, in which they're going to do the studio. Now I want to play this clip of Myron again, acting like a little 304, acting like he never did anything wrong, and then we're gonna return back.
Oh man, I'm just gonna say it. Guys, we're getting attacked on all angles. I've been whether it's the press writing articles on us, videos getting taken down that other channels are not getting taken down and it's the same exact content or whatever it may be, Robo getting hit, right, for free speech, video, just getting strikes, whatever it may be. Guys, it's gotten to the point now where even where we shoot the location doesn't want us to stay here.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have to say that shit. I really didn't want to have to admit that. I wanted to just move the studio, surprise you guys. Yo,
I thought it was studio.
It's lit, right? But
it's not a studio.
There is a matrix, man. We've talked about this with Andrew at length. People don't want you guys to get this message, dude.
Even Rumble's under attack too,
bro.
For everybody.
Yeah.
So guys, there you have it, right? That's him. Pretty much saying, listen, I have no idea what's going on. Even the guy that owns the apartment wants to kick us out. People are coming at us at every turn, at every hand. I just don't know why, guys.
It was at an apartment. I thought it was at a studio.
This wall achieves an R17
like
insulation
building?
value. This wall also achieves an R17 insulation value.
It was at an apartment.
Which do you prefer? The answer is clear. Glass walls by Light Zone.
You figured much money they would rented a studio like a make a building or something inside of a suite or something, make a studio. No, this was at an apartment. Oh boy. Oh shit. What's going on with this? What's going on with this tablet? Keep getting dimmed. Yeah, that was crazy, man. It's like, I'm thinking it's like, oh, you getting kicked out maybe because you can't pay the rent. No, they got kicked out because. This tablet. But yeah, they got kicked out because it was that apartment. I'm thinking it's like, oh, that's an apartment. They brought all these people over.
Keep it healthy and
drinking,
thriving.
cussing, and clowning at someone's apartment.
Help protect your family, health, and.
Why, guys? I don't understand why. The whole world is against me. Really? Really? Is that the case, Myron? Well, I want to prove something to you guys, okay? If you were a landlord, you opened your house to people like Fresh and Fit, what would you do if you were watching them and you saw them on the internet and they had shows like this? Play that clip.
Play this. Play that. Play that.
No, we will respectfully. We will respectfully. That's not fair, Myron.
You get off the show.
No, Kay.
Get out of the show.
Kay.
You can leave. Oh, shit.
Kay, get back on. Kay.
Alright, she got it. Look at this.
Kay, get back on,
Excellent
bitch.
content right now.
It is. Kay, get back on.
Yo. Okay.
Kay, get back on. Get back on.
No, she's leaving. She's out. She's out.
Dude, I live in the
She's
same
out.
apartment. You're
Alright,
not
cool.
lit.
Okay.
You rent this place, you don't
Yes, I
own
do.
any property. They're
Yeah.
not really
Actually, I own a lot of properties, but okay.
He owns a lot of
properties, but okay.
I don't know about this fit, dude. It's really not even that fit. He's like, actually.
Alright, you gotta go now.
Did people make fun of you in high school?
Now you gotta go.
Because that's what I feel like.
Alright, now you gotta go.
In high school.
Alright, this is comedy right now.
Yeah. Yeah, girls make fun of me.
You gotta get off the show now.
I've been studying. I'm ready for your I just said I spent $700 on school shopping. Okay. No one helped me with that. So how are you going to say that you're going to hit my kid?
Here's the thing. I'm not your husband. Don't raise your voice at me and don't
First of
swear
all,
like that again.
listening. I'm making
Don't do
eye
that again.
contact with him. I'm talking to him.
I don't care. You're on the podcast and nobody's swearing at
But
you.
he has
Nobody's
absolutely
yelling.
no problem,
Whatever.
and I'm talking to him. Me and him are making eye contact. He's shaking his head in agreement, and you have a
here's the
problem.
thing. I do have a problem. You're not going to disrespect my host. Period.
He doesn't feel
Relax.
disrespected.
I don't give a
Do you feel disrespected?
Listen,
I want to know, do you feel disrespected?
right now you're raising your voice. It's kind of like, yo, why? I'm talking to you nice, calm. I didn't show you one time.
You was just shaking your head and agreeing at me until he said something.
I'm trying to be nice here, okay?
Yeah, he's nice.
So it's like, I get what you're saying. Look, you go through a lot, but on the platform, just keep it chill, all right? Here we go.
Don't swear at him again. That's gonna be the first and last time I tell you.
Everybody's been swearing the whole time, but since we're
here's the
talking
thing. You're
about
swearing at him, trying to emphasize, you're trying to come up aggressive, whatever. You're the same for debate, bro. We'll show her you want.
honestly, in your show.
Okay.
I will get the out of you. You give it's given you ain't get you was 20 something years old.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
It was actually 18. You should watch the show and figure it out. But anyway, go ahead. You look like a clown.
Who looks like a clown?
Get out of
I
here.
look better than any been with. Look at you. Look at you. You run a show on literally.
You look wild right now with 13,000 people watching.
I don't give a You run a show debating about and with women. What does that say about you?
Like a wolf. Get out of here.
I'm a clown.
Yes, you are. You look wild right now.
I'll be
What?
now? You heard me. You heard me.
Now, guys, I want you to see that. Have you seen that? I know you have. I've seen it too, right? Now, just think about it. You own that apartment, or you manage that apartment. You see different people coming in the house every day and night. Okay? You see it. It's clear you see it. All the time. You see it every day and night. There are women drinking. Okay? There are fights that can happen at any given time. Again, don't take my word for it because you're there. You're watching this. All right. My best money tip is
save.
Even if it's just $5.
Pay back your student.
What I teach my salesmen is let the customer buy the product. I want you to know that when you pick us, you pick the very best. And
I just thought I've been asked by a bunch of people what I think about it. I thought I'd just drop this little snippet out there, give you guys a couple of quick thoughts, and guys, welcome to Better Bachelor. My name is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for print. As you know, I've kind of been in the manosphere doing content now for, 3 or 4 years. And before I came to YouTube, I would watch luminaries such as Turd Flinging Monkey, Sandman, Coach Red Pill, Paul Elam, Honey Badgers, Coach Greg Adams. I know I'm forgetting a ton of them. Kevin Samuels. There's a ton of men that made it big and were a men's voice long before I came swinging and sniffing around. And newest, or one of the newer ones to the field, along with Pearly Things, is Fresh and Fit. And I went on their show when they had about 60,000 supporters, or subscribers, I guess you call it. And I was really impressed. They had a nice setup. They had set up their studio kind of in their living room of their apartment. They were very friendly, very accommodating. They would have valeted my vehicle. I ended up doing it a little bit differently. But all in all, really get a great experience. And when I finished the interview with them, I said, this format of having these thirst traps, these women coming on your show it's gonna go big. It's gonna go big. But I will tell you this: make sure you're always bringing in new things, because after a while it does tend to burn out. Like, you can't do the same thing over and over. I said, I talk about statistics and talk about data a lot, but after you have that data, repeating that data over and over and over again kind of gets a little bit dry. And I think Fresh and Fit, if you didn't know, they got demonetized here just a couple of days ago. And they were always very cutting edge when it came to what they said, how they said it, and the things they said. I never have any problems with anybody sharing this type of content. I don't always agree with them, but getting it out there and getting guys to get a laugh out of it and giving them some entertainment, I think, is always a good thing. Well, they did an emergency meeting video. It's about 26 minutes long, and I caught it actually on Twitter as I was scrolling. I saw that they had posted it up, and I watched it, and I kind of saw it coming, and I think a lot of us did. Because when you, well, as I say here in the thumbnail, when you play with the bull, you get the horns. One of the problems with Fresh and Fit's format and what they did is it's very click worthy. A lot of guys really find some of the titles and some of the information they put forward is very interesting. And I actually have their page here, and I wanted to bring this up for a specific reason here. It's because if I go back to what they streamed, I don't know, even 6 months ago, or they've had a lot of streams. They bring on various interesting people, shall we say. And what you'll see here is, you notice they have like 99,000 views on a call-in show. But then they bring on a bunch of the girls, and it becomes very antagonistic, and they really get into it, and they have 400,000 or 800,000 or 2 million views. Like here, Charleston White drops heat on feminists. 2 million views. That is a heck of a lot of views, but these are their live streams, and you mostly make your money on live streams from donations.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? What would it be like?
You mostly make your money on live streams from donations. Well, what happens when you have a video that's 99,000 views when you're doing a call-in show, or you're trying to give good advice like here, how to set up an LLC, an S-Corp on saving money, DDG on transitioning from YouTube to rap and making his money with Baby Rich. you know, you get 75,000 or 50,000 views on those, but then you go back to the crazy stuff here, and you're back to 500,000 to 1 million views. The temptation becomes to make crazier and crazier videos. Because what happens is if you just see a different variety of crazy women being called out and answering the same way, and it becomes very monotonous. It becomes very much the same thing. And this is no fault of Fresh and Fit, you know, of Myron and Fresh CEO. It's just the way the internet works. People have a very short attention span, and if you continue to do the same things, they're going to get bored of it. Same thing, you know, and they have almost 1.5 million subscribers, so that even though they had some controversy and lost some, they came back. The same thing happens with Pearly Things. And I use her as an example because she said many times, hey, she started doing interesting videos and she'd get some attention, but then she'd do the ones where she had the call-in shows and she'd have the people arguing and they'd get into it. And what happened? I mean, she's got 8.5 thousand videos, guys. And how long has she been around? She's been around, let's see. Why won't this scroll over? Come on. I want to go to her About page. But she's got 1.75 million subscribers and 8.5 thousand videos. Now, I've been doing this longer than she has. I only have about 1,000 videos up. Yeah, she started in 2020. So in 3 years, April of 2020, so in 3 years, she's cranked out 8.5 thousand videos. And she's got 952 million views on those videos. So she's doing, you know, very well. She's getting a lot of looks. But if you go to the video content itself, her videos are now only getting, let me scroll down here and see. My web browser is not 22,000, 35,000, 10,000, 16,000, 26,000, 15,000. So what happens to you is as your views become less, you make less money. So if you want to try to increase your money again, you either have to put out better content that is newer and unique and try to talk about things that are, you know, that have topics to them. Or you can just crank out a bunch more video and hope your diehard fans will really tune in and watch everything you publish to make sure that, you know, you can put out 5 videos, they get 20,000 views, thus you get 100,000 views. Or you can put out 1 good video per day and get 100,000 views on that. It's the same. It just depends on how it turns out for you. So Fresh and Fit they went a little, a little crazy, I think, with some of their videos. And but they have some interesting takes on things. I wanted to do this video just to kind of say a couple of things to Fresh and Fit. Is number one, when you do play with the bull, you get the horns. In other words, you can now say whatever you want to on YouTube. They didn't remove you, they just demonetized you. And these corporations you have no contract with them. You are a contractor on call kind of thing. And they can terminate that contract at any time they want to. And they've decided to do that with them. No more money for you guys. That's a scary prospect. Now, you can join their locals, I think, for $20 a month, and you can go over on Rumble, join them over there for $5 a month, but their cash cow is over, and it's a pretty scary time for them, I'm sure. And this is why, to navigate current day media, to navigate what's going on in the world, you need to be careful with what you do, and what you say, and how you approach it, and how you go about it. When I first started my channel, I was pretty bombastic. I've let off the gas a lot. There are others that are bombastic, like Undead Chronic. But instead of letting off the gas, he's just, every time they remove one of his channels, he just makes a new one. And now he's Undead Chronic 13 or 14, something like that. And he knows how to dance a little bit better around the algorithms. I feel bad for Fresh and Fit because this is something that's fun. I think for a lot of people, it's interesting. I think it's getting good information out there. I think you got to be careful with the way you do it. And I get called a lot of times weak, or I get called a I don't know, I get called various things by various content creators because I try to come from a middle of the road perspective on this stuff. But if you don't, you're going to be silenced today. You're going to get squashed. You're going to, like a roach running out from underneath the fridge, when the lights turn on, they're going to step on you. And Fresh and Fit is just the latest channel to get stepped on. I hope they find a way to either get monetization back, or they find a way that they can do better for themselves. But one thing I learned is that, and I don't remember if I told them this or not, I'm pretty sure I told them this. I said, always remember, YouTube is temporary. No matter how well things go, make sure you save and plan for your future. And that's what I'm doing. I put my money into my house. I'm going to be putting some of the money into a men's retreat. So even if I don't have anything going on, I'll still have a place where maybe a bunch of guys can come hang out. We can make some friendships and things. You try to plan for the future. I saw a Fresh CEO in a couple of sports cars, and they're hanging out with some celebs, and they're on jets and living the jet lifestyle. I hope they save some of that money. I hope that they don't go into crisis mode, because if you're making, I don't know what they made, I'm just going to pull a number out of my hat. If you're making $500,000 a year, and all of a sudden it turns into $100,000 a year, if you don't have everything paid for, if you haven't saved up for a rainy day, it's freak out time. You just lost $400,000 a year. I'm really interested to see what direction they go next, how they managed to do this, because I know they were making good money. I know they're making a lot of money, and to go from all of that money to close to nothing, I feel bad for them. But in the same token, you have to know what you're doing on YouTube, and I think they grabbed the bulls by the horns, and the bull gored them, and now they're bleeding out very, very quickly. It's one of the reasons why I set up Locals. I don't have any ad revenue on Locals, and so far on Rumble, I think in the last year I've made $300. It's not, it's not much. I could buy probably 2 weeks of groceries from everything I've made over on Rumble.
When our store gets busy, POS go over.
I'm gonna stop it right here. They did to themselves. I mean, I don't feel sorry for them. I mean, look at what some of the stuff that they do. They had to really sit down and think about what they had to put out. They when you look at those past videos that they did, just on the couple of commentators, the one guy, the first guy, O'Shea dude, and this guy. No, I don't feel sorry for them, because they knew what they was trying to raise up. Then they went to extreme to see if they can get. But you don't have to go to that extreme to put on the clan hood and insult somebody. You can have a disagreement. If you don't like somebody that look like you, that's one thing. But you go out and above and call the man out his name, and these two men out their name, and call all these racial epithet words in front of mainstream racist people. People are racist, and even some white people. The white guy was saying, he said he thought that was uncalled for. So no, I don't feel sorry for them. Second thing that they do, I bet you everybody thought they had a studio. He talked about if he had all these properties, why would you have them at an apartment where the landlord of that apartment know that you too, and he's seeing all that stuff going on at his property, wherever that's located at. Number 3, you bring on the most controversial person that all 4 platforms had kicked off: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Take it on, because this man saying some modernistic thing. He's what they call anti-Semitic. He's racist. He even said that he was racist. And you're gonna bring somebody on there is racist, trying to give him some clout. He should not have been on your platform. Just like Miss Just Pearly thing did. and you do the opposite of what they do. Now here's the funny part about it. They being all misogynistic. Guess how many people that on YouTube but probably got majority of women that's working the algorithm. Number two. They see you dogging out these women and other companies because we in that time to time. So looks misogyny. So I bet you was some women that complain about that stuff. That's number one. Number two, number two thing, you did some things that was so outrageously put on a racist person that clearly that talks about against a demographic of people, which is Jewish people, which is anti-Semitic, and praising Hitler. So that was number two thing. And not only that he was praising Hitler, he was insulting black people. You bring somebody insulting people that look like similar to the color of your skin. And then claim that he gonna try to clear it up when he get on. I think that they tried to use that conquer and divide thing between immigrants and black Americans. I mean, that's number three. So yeah, they was used by what they called. So they thought what was funny. So they got demonetized. So yeah, that's what you get. And then they got companies behind you that's supporting your stuff? No. It's one thing is a freedom of speech. It's one thing if I'm all for jokes. I'll laugh with and like the one guy said when Dave Chappelle, we knew what Dave Chappelle was doing. It was a black guy making fun of black people. But you did that at attention. You went way in above and as a racist, you might as well at an all white supremacist doggone Klan rally, which you was talking about, and you made yourself like a fool. But the same people you make a mock and making fun of, if someone, one of your relatives, Myron, they wouldn't take you in. They would take what if your mom or your dad or one of your family members got jumped by the Klan? It wouldn't be so funny then, right? Because you ain't know. That's what some people like you're dumb. Y'all don't know the full detail about what white supremacy is. They don't think you intelligent too. They use you as your tools to tear down other people that look like you, look similar to you. That's how dumb you sound. And number three thing. I said, then you misogynistic. You showing that you exploiting women. That's another thing. And you belittling black women in a horrible way. Belittling women, period. So that didn't look good. Then you bring, And the more and more, and then the guy said you had some productive stuff, how to build an LLC and stuff like that. But then you, like you said, you turned around, you switch it around, and you got to bring some half-naked women on there. Which, hey, it's your choice, but then you make them look like they're bimbos and stuff. It was their choice. But you know somebody's going to find that offensive. And that was on that man's property. And then to come to find out, most of us think that it was that y'all actually got property that you bought. You had a building with a studio where all this happened. You had an apartment. you get evicted from your apartment with all this nonsense. Now the apartment owners see that all this nonsense is coming at his building. So yeah. So that where that property was, he recognized his property. I mean, you just can't get no dumber than this. If you was gonna set up something, you could have took all that money from YouTube and sent that money and put at a different location. Put at a building, buy some land, buy the building, and then set up a studio. And have your own studio, and you wouldn't have to be put out. Y'all was making that kind of money that you could have bought your own building. and renovate it, fix it up, whatever. You and a few friends. Why would you take and use someone's apartment building as a studio? That wasn't very smart. But yet you made the delusion that y'all ride high, but it's obviously the answer to the guy's question. No, they probably didn't put it up for it. They were showboating. But if you figure somebody making that kind of money, 400, 500 grand from social media with partners and stuff, you would figure that they at least will have a building of their own. But I guess they're not too smart enough. And then you sit down there and you make fun of Abbott and Preach and call them out their name. When y'all have similar backgrounds. Another black man calling a black man a monkey and an N-word, all that. Taking white supremacy talking points. Wow. Wow. Even dude was even said that's alcohol overboard. And then you got them, and like I said, you're not like, see, y'all don't understand. Y'all not like, Pearly thing. They probably kind of weather her. Maybe someone like Logan Paul, but y'all not it. Because you don't represent the complexion for the protection. That's just a fact. But y'all think I was up there? No. Because they have their own selected people that they bring in. And you see, even though that, and I mentioned that because he's part of that, even though he did some most egregious thing. But he's still making money. The Paul brothers and others like him. But y'all, man, but they don't take time to be tearing each other down and calling each other out their racial, in name. They won't even do something like that. Y'all some stupid. Y'all stupid. I mean, even if they don't, you don't see them insult each other's background. Insult a man's background. I don't know, but that's how I feel about this. So yeah, you got what you got coming to you. So hey, and people say, yeah, there's certain things are frequency, but there's some things that cross the line. Some things that just cross the line. And like I say, what you think that was going to last? You being misogynistic and bringing on racist people. Then you being racist to another person. So who's really the dummy? Who's really not intelligent? Oh my goodness. You can't make this stuff up. And then you wonder why you got demonetized? And you got women that work at these mega corporations? So they was in the board meeting said we should drop this stuff. They monitor your channel. Who has collaborated with Google and YouTube? Duh. Hey. Hey. That just wasn't smart. But hey, freedom of speech, right? You bet. And like I said, you just like the guy said, you just got squashed. You can't do like other people do. That's not your complexion. Keep telling you that. This is America. Just because you get a certain level, you still can't do what other people do. That's just a fact. But y'all made yourself like a fool, and you lost your revenue. Real smart. Then you put on a persona. Maybe somewhere along the line you'll grow up and figure maybe come back and figure out it and make another plan. All right then, ladies and gentlemen. Another day in video YouTube land and social media. All right then, hope you have a good day. Until next time, and anybody that don't do something that extreme. If you want to make it on these platforms, the major ones, do things the right way. All right then, bye bye.